Right, I better turn the heater off because you guys are just going to hear it making lots of noise. Welcome to Waffling Wednesday. And yeah, I'm going to wait for you guys to get the notifications and stuff. I haven't scheduled the stream today. I should have done, but I've had just one of those days. So I decided just to move and just get on with it. So that's what we did. Now, I will let you know when you guys arrive. Pardon me. We have two pieces of good news and one piece of bad news. And you may be interested to hear the good news. But I'm just making sure that we can actually get a signal in this part of the driveway where we are. Because we are so far down the driveway that I'm not sure if the signal will actually get out. But fingers crossed. So if you are there in the chat, please do let me know so I know that I'm not just talking to myself. I'm trying to waffle for as long as I can for as many people to turn up so that we can actually start the show properly. The eagle-eyed amongst you will have seen that we do have a Christmas cup from Costa, which is amazing. Looks and sounds good, says Exiled FPV. Excellent, I'm glad to hear it. Tim, afternoon, I hope you're well. EU, we're here and it's working. Oh, that's a bonus. That is a bonus because I wasn't actually convinced it was going to do from here. So yes, we've got two pieces. We've got two pieces of good news, one piece of bad news. Smags, welcome. Glad to see you here in the live chat. So, if I've probably got loads of pieces of good news, but the bad news first of all is that this is all that's left of my Neo 2. And that's a real shame. Yeah, that's a shame. That's all we've got left of the Neo 2. For anybody who's in my Discord, you will have seen a behind-the-scenes photo of what really happened to the Neo 2 this morning. And yeah, that's what's left of it. So it's all good. Please remember to hit like and subscribe, says Tim. It really does help the channel. No, we've got more of it left than that. It's enough for a refresh. It is enough for a refresh, to be fair. I could claim care refresh with this. No, I've cleaned up the where is it? It's actually at home having a rest because I smashed it into a pile of dog shit this morning. So I had to dry it out and then I had to clean it with isopropic alcohol. Howdy chaps, howdy Steve. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Still only got one item approved, mate. I am chasing them daily because it's doing my head in because I want to be wearing it too. Just thought I'd give you that little update. Technically, you don't need anything for a flyaway. Yeah, but flyaways cost more, don't they? It's a lot cheaper to claim care refresh if you don't claim a flyaway. But so yeah, basically I smashed. Well, I don't actually know what happened. So I haven't had time. I haven't had a quick look at the footage earlier. But one of the problems I noticed is when I went full throttle, the whole drone just completely shook itself like crazy on the FPV footage. But I didn't have a memory card in to show you guys that. So I checked the actual footage of the crash itself, and you don't really see a huge amount. It just appears to lose power as I'm trying to give it beans. Now, I don't know if I didn't give it enough power to get it out of the situation because I was a bit concerned because every time I went over about 75% throttle, it just went absolutely crazy and shook itself. It wanted to be like all the other Neos, says Only Drones dog shit. Morning, Tony. Hope you're well. Flyaway is a third of the full price. But yeah, I think isn't a care refresh where you've actually got one something like 20 quid for the Neo 2. It is quite cheap. Morning, SOS Death Valley. I hope you're doing well. What is a ball of light in front of you? It's probably one of my lights from the studio lineup because you may see what appears to be sun here in the UK today, but I can promise you it's about 0 degrees. So the other piece of good news, S-Mags Waves, yo, the other piece of good news I've got for you is we've got a new release tomorrow. So I only received this drone yesterday. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I can take my sweet time. There's no rush because they haven't told me anything about it. And I thought I'd chase them today and just say, so just out of curiosity, when's the release date? And there's like tomorrow. So yes, we will have, and I think it's either 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock. So we will have a release of a new drone tomorrow. And I think it could do well for certain people. I've just been out and flown it and it was absolutely freezing. Absolutely freezing. Yeah, that's not too bad for completely losing or trashing a pretty expensive drone. something new. I think what is it, 200 quid for a Neo 2. So when you consider the price of it, 200 quid in comparison to even, I mean, any O4 Pro equipped drone, it comes in at such a good value proposition. If you compare it to some O4 Lite drones, it probably comes in at around about the same price as a proper FPV drone. But what you're not getting with that proper FPV drone is the ability to fly in camera drone mode, which I did this morning, the ability for it to be a selfie drone, and obviously the FPV mode. But it's like anything, isn't it? It becomes a jack of all trades and a master of none of them. And I like the Neo 2. I really, even with the encased dog shit all over it. And I will put a picture up on my community post after this live stream so you can see it. I do like it, and I do think for what it is, it's good, but I just think it felt so pedestrian. But like I say, the thing is, it was crazy windy this morning, and really cold as well. So, you know, there could be more reasons behind it, and ultimately, I can't judge it off one flight on one crash. I took it back up and it flew fine without a problem. Hey Tech, how's it going? David Essex says, Squatting Quads, you've changed. I crashed my 5-inch into shit recently and had some toilet paper. Bad neighbourhood. Even had some toilet paper in it. Oh my lord. Smags, where on earth are you flying where you've got toilet paper in shit on, I assume, Newark, New Jersey? People just shit on the curb. Wow. I've got no words. That's even made me go quiet. What do you recommend for analog goggles for the Air 65 Mobula 6, says Tony? The problem is decent analog goggles are stupidly expensive. Leonard, welcome. What I would probably do, will you do another King of Sub 250 drone updates or something like the best of 2025? Yes, I am going to do. Somebody asked me yesterday to do like a tier list, and I think that's probably a good idea. Where we do a tier list and we don't necessarily deep it, but we sort of show what I think is where at the end of 2025, and then we'll deep it as well, because I love the deep reviews and the deep videos. I need a cheap pair of analog with a DVR. So what I would recommend, I don't think there's a decent pair of cheap analog goggles on the market. So my recommendation, and it might be a little bit more than what you're willing to spend, would be to get a set of HDZeros. Because if you get a set of HDZeros, you can also fly HDZero whoops as well. And the HDZero, I'm talking about the box goggles, by the way. The HDZero box goggles are actually really good. I don't know what the price of them is at the minute. So if the price of them is stupidly expensive, then completely disregard everything I've just said. Fat Shack Echo, $109. I don't know what they are. I'll have to double check. Somebody check for me what the price of the Box Pro Plus are. Because like I say, I think, has anyone ever ordered from Flywheel? Yes, lots of times. The Fat Legend 48. In fact, I ordered from Flywheel about 2 weeks ago. Yeah, Smags. In between avoiding pieces of shit with toilet paper on the floor, have a check out how much they are currently. The new Cadex will be 150 when they come out. No idea what they will work on though. So the new Cadex Ascent goggles will only work with Cadex Ascent. As far as I'm aware, based on what I'm being told, they won't have an analog module or even a way of plugging an analog module in. However, last night I did order a Cadex Ascent VTX and camera because potentially, when you look at the prices of the VTXs of that Cadex Ascent, I think that might be something to replace analog with based on the price. And, well, I don't know. I mean, I've never flown it. It might be absolute trash. But I've ordered one and I'll give it a go and I'll let you know. How long does it take to get there? I'm getting worried. It's been 6 days and still no update. Depends where is there, the Fat Legend. And also, it depends if everything you've ordered is in stock. Flywheel are good. You've got no worries with Flywheel. They won't dick you around. But you might have ordered something that was out of stock in the order. So, and also it depends where you are in the world as well. 6 days from China. Box Pro Plus is 350. So, start asking questions after a month, says Only Drones. Yeah, 6 days is nothing for. You've got to remember it's coming from the other side of the world. Unless you actually live in China, in which case it's not. But, you know, I don't know. Flywheel might take up to 14 days to get your stuff. I have faith you'll get everything. Yeah, Flywheel, honestly. I think I ordered the new camera lens a couple of weeks ago, and it's not shipped yet. But I know it's not shipped, and I'm not stressed about it because it says it's pre-order. So it's one of those things. I'd prefer it if they'd have sent me one, but, you know, they've sent me stuff in the past. They're not always going to do it. It's just one of those things. I think my Flywheel order took 11 days, and I didn't get the correct tracking number until the day beforehand. Yeah, I think when I ordered the what did I order? The LR4 Pro. I think it arrived in about 14 days, and my tracking number didn't work until 2 days after it was delivered. So it is literally just one of those things. XL says, despite being in the USA, the 04 lights have been easy to find. Banggood is quite quick, to be fair. See, I've got completely the opposite experience with Banggood. I work with Banggood, so I'm not going to trash them. But I ordered something from Banggood on the 2nd of November. It shipped on the 12th of November, and the tracking number's still not updated. So, where are we now? I don't know what day it is. Is it the 19th? So my experience with Banggood is it takes a bit longer. But again, as long as you know when you're ordering it's going to take a bit longer, then whether it was Banggood or whoever, as long as you know how long it's going to take, you can sort of prepare yourself for it, can't you? Tony says, I've ordered an 04 Pro from Flywheel. The Fat Legend says, okay, thanks. I know it's going to take a while. I just figured I would have had an update by now. Was anything that you ordered out of stock, and what country are you based in? We can probably give you a rough idea based on those two questions. Right, Smag says, Box Pro is $299, but Box Pro Plus is $350. And as far as I'm aware, it's a Box Pro Plus that you need to have the analog functionality in it. I know HDZero Afternoon Summit. Hope you're well, brother. I know HDZero say that their analog module is almost as good as Rapid Fire. It's not, but it is very good. EU says, yep, I was getting worried too, but like I said, they weren't very on top of the tracking, and everything does show up. It is just one of those things. I think Free Fitty is the thing is at Free Fitty you're getting a decent goggles with a lot of functionality, and you're also getting the ability, you're getting two sets in one. You're also getting that HDZero. Now, I'm not saying that I'm a massive, have you got a date for that TV thing? No, I haven't. Have you heard anything? Box Pro Plus adds Wi-Fi backpack. That's it. Oh, okay. Both have built-in analog. Right, we'll go with the 2991 because there's no need for Wi-Fi. Unless you want to have it, but if you want to save as much money as possible, I think at $300, that comes in at about 230 quid. I think that's really good, to be honest. I think that's really good because you're getting two sets of goggles. Whilst I'm not a mega fan of HDZero, when it comes to flying a tiny whoop with a HDZero in it, it's brilliant. So I'll check email, says Only Drones. Yeah, I don't know, mate. I've not heard anything from them for a while. I've sent stuff over, so I don't know. I honestly don't know. Because if you was to get a set of similarly spec'd analog only goggles, you're probably paying about $250 to $300 anyway, but you're not getting that HDZero functionality. So for me to sort of future-proof it a little bit and to just add a little bit more functionality, that's the way I would go. Honestly, Box Pro Plus is not worth it unless you race. I barely use it. It's nice to wirelessly stream my goggles to a phone or computer. I just need something for my tiny whoops. You see, you could always get just like, what is it, the EV800s. But you also want to be able to enjoy it as well. See, I'm lucky because I've got a set of V2s from DJI, and with a set of V2s, you can add an analog module. So I've got a really nice set of goggles that look really nice, and I can analog them as well. But I wouldn't suggest buying a set now unless you can find a set cheap enough. I wouldn't suggest buying a set just to get analog. So then you're looking at analog specific goggles, and for anything that's half decent, you're just paying a lot of money, I think. Well, it says pre-order on the 04 Pro, but it didn't when I ordered it. I mean, by all means, just drop them an email. Fly were really, really good. There are certain companies that I wouldn't say that about, but Fly were really good. So by all means, just drop them an email and just say, look, I ordered this. Any idea when it'll ship? And they'll let you know. They're really cool. I got G2s, says S-Max. Yeah, you can't do it with the G2s. You can only do it with the V2s, which is annoying. So HDZero does digital with analog receivability. Yeah, the Box Pro, the HDZero Box Pro goggles, Tony, that does HDZero and it's got analog built in. So it's literally, you just press a button in the menu. You don't have to have any additional piece of hardware. It's literally just press a button and away you go. You won't be happy with the EV. I thought I'd be good with Emax box goggles and ended up getting the HD. Yeah, I agree. I agree completely. I understand that people want to save money, but there's a fine line between saving money and then buying something that you're going to regret and want to buy again. You know, buy cheap, buy twice. But I also understand in this day and age that people don't have a huge amount of money. It is what it is. Bennett says HDZero DVR is a lot better than many analog goggles. DVR is just a DVR, isn't it? Unless I've misunderstood that. Tony says I ordered the Neo Pro from Flywoo. No original box. I don't know what that means. What that means, Tony, is they are trying to get them out of the country undetected because of Donald Trump. Let's be fair. That's what it's all about. Yeah. Okay, thanks for letting me know. First time ordering, so I figured I'd ask. Yeah, the thing is, the Fat Legend, what a name as well. The thing is, if you've never done it before, you've got to sort of understand, or you don't understand, should I say, what it's like ordering from China. The Chinese are brilliant, and the Chinese will always, in the main, look after you. But you've also got to accept that it's a different culture and it's a different way of life, and it's just different. You're not ordering from a UK or a USA store. Things are just different, and as long as you approach it and go into it knowing that, then your expectations are set at the right level. If you're going in expecting UK or USA customer service and that sort of thing, you're not going to get that, or shipping times, you're not going to get that. But what you will get is a really good, cheap product for cheap. I said cheap twice. But if you've got any more questions, the Fat Legend 48, please do let us know, because I'm here to help. Smag says, I have old Fat Shark goggles, no DVR. They're like the first Fat Shark ever made. Afternoon, the housemate says hi too, says new start 2025. Hi housemate. Bounty Pack says I'm in DVR recording quality. I don't know. But then what I'd have to do is I'd have to compare them, because I've got quite a few sets of analog goggles. I've got Hisinji ones. I've got obviously the V2s. I've got the Box Pro Pluses, and I've got something that you'll see tomorrow. So I'd have to compare all the DVRs, but I've never noticed a mega difference. Trump has got nothing to do with what's going on with DJI. Tariffs, yes. Yes, well, I'm talking about the tariffs. Anything coming from China has been hit by tariffs. But please don't get upset because of Trump. Please. I love you, Exiled. I'm only joking. It's just a mad situation all around, isn't it? It really, really is. But yeah, big review tomorrow. It's probably only going to be a relatively short one as well because of the amount of time I've had the kit in my hands. So it's probably only going to be about a 10 or 15-minute video. And I'm going to let you guys know now, I'm going to give it away. I'm going to give everything you see on screen tomorrow away. However, I'm not going to announce it in the video. So only people who watch the shorts, the live streams, and read the description will know how to enter, and will even know that there's a giveaway. So please do read the description of the video that comes out tomorrow, and you'll find out how to enter the competition. It's a free competition, and it will be worldwide shipping at my cost. Is it all right if I just use a DJI Controller 3 for now? I already have a lot of money spent, and I don't really want to spend more if I don't have to. Yep, absolutely. Trump and Bubba. Squad thinks he's going to make a 10. Yeah, no, this is very, very true, Sammy. Very true. I loved Trump until he started messing with my hobby. That's the problem with Trump. No, don't do it. Don't do it. I'll alienate half of my viewer base. I use the remote 2 for my 5-inch after my avatar. His first term was good, but he's lost his mind before the second. And his pants to Bubba, apparently, but that's another story entirely. Allegedly. I must put allegedly in there before lawyers come after me. Somebody's got a very good point. I don't know if it's possible that I can make a 10-minute review video. But, yeah, we'll see just how much footage I've recorded. To be fair, yeah, somebody's probably right. Journey FPV, welcome. Fat Legend, to come back to your question, yes, you can use the, yes, you can use the DJI FPV controller with an 04 Pro. Is it the FPV 3 controller though? And have you ordered a drone from them, or have you just ordered an 04 Pro? I saw some video of a DJI Osmo Pocket 3 selling under the name Extra Muse. What the hell? I know that DJI have set up about 27 million shell companies to try and get sort of circumvent the ban. And they're going to keep doing that. There's no question they are going to keep doing that. But it's how quickly that they can get shut down. It's going to be a game of cat and mouse for a while. And I'd like common sense to prevail, I really would, but did you post the Neo 2 giveaway info yet? I didn't, Smags, I didn't. And that will be in, I don't know what video I'm going to put that in, because the video that I'm going to make tonight, and somebody's going to laugh at this, is probably only going to be about 5 minutes long, because I'm only going to put part of the video up. And then I'm going to take it back out tomorrow and do some further testing with it, and then I can put it all together into a longer video. But I've also got to concentrate on editing the video for tomorrow as well. So tonight's video is probably only going to be about 5 minutes long, and I'm probably not going to put it in there. But if I can edit, I've recorded it. I've recorded the actual giveaway details and how to enter and blah, blah, blah. It's just where I'm going to fit it in. If DJI aren't careful, they'll get banned in America. Yeah. I think, is that not happening anyway, Tim? What the fuck? The Fat Legend says, yeah, FPV controller 3 with goggles 3, and I ordered an 04 Pro ESC. Yeah, you'll be fine then. You'll be fine. I've got videos on the channel of how to set it up in S-Bus mode. You'll just need to flash the flight controller in S-Bus mode, not crossfire mode. If that makes no sense to you whatsoever, leave a comment on one of the videos and I'll link the video that you need. That's the joke. What more can they do to them? Ah, yes. No, absolutely, Tim. You're absolutely spot on. And at this stage, they might as well set up these shell companies and do whatever they can. Because like you say, what else are they going to do to them? It's a mad situation. It really is. But I also know I've got to be very careful what I say about the Donald. One, because he's got lawyers, but two, because I don't want to alienate half of my viewer base, because I do know that a bit like Boris over here in the UK, you had 50% of the people who were staunchly backing him no matter what he did, and then 50% of the people who just think he's a Fruit Loop. And for the record, for anybody who ever asked me, I was never, ever a supporter of Boris Johnson. That probably lets you know where I lie on the political spectrum. I already can't get drones in the USA, says Smags. And Charlie says, I would love to see a video with a night camera flight. Well, I put one up about 3 months ago, so go check it out. I'm hoping to get a thermal camera as well, and do a flight with a thermal camera, because that'll be super fun. Not very easy to do in FPV, but super fun. But yeah, there is a night vision camera review from, I think, August on the channel. If you just search Axis Flying Owl on the channel, and the video will come up. I know nothing about tuning, or is it setting it up? Okay, well. Really good bad boy says, good day, mate. Fun flying. Wasn't until I crashed. The Fat Legend, once you've got everything put together, we'll give you a hand. So wait for the stuff to come, or by all means check out the setup videos I've got on the channel now, or ask away. Is CNHL battery good enough? CNHL is fine, depending, of course, what size drone you're building. But yeah, CNHL is really good. Let me go back on some of these comments. I got an 04 Pro yesterday that I ordered on Friday. 04 Pro is hard to find. Journey says, a friend of mine has trouble with his crash flip. It does not work. Is there different ESC firmware that does not allow multi-directions? I think there was a bug in one of the versions of Betaflight, but it also depends on your ESC as well. If it's one of these really cheap no-brand ESCs, they don't always work either. But let me know some more details about the drone, and I'll let me know what version of Betaflight it's on, what type of drone it is, what type of ESC it is, and we'll see what we can do. Thermal is super cool. I'll go check out the night video. Charlie Penguin, no problems, buddy. Yeah, it's I'm hoping to get a thermal soon. Although at the minute a thermal camera would just show everything as cold in the UK, because nothing is warm here in the UK right now. Smag says, I was in the same boat, had Navata, built a 5-inch with no experience. Now I build quads all the time. Hey, I just heard Beta FPV is putting out new 1S lavas. Good, because I've killed all my old ones. No tariff either. 229 bucks. Nice Exiled, well done. Does the Seeker 35 come with the orange and black plates included? Really good, bad boy says. Yes, they do. So it comes with the orange ones pre-installed, and in the box you get the black ones as well. Some people were saying that Speedy Mario 504 Pro frame is bad. Is that true? No, the Speedy Mario 5 is a very good frame. And really cheap as well. It's a tiny whoop, but I don't know much about it. Was just curious. If it's a tiny whoop, then yes, there are potentially problems, because it's probably on an old firmware as well. So yeah, that would potentially explain it, but also it depends on the ESC as well. It's not a particularly common problem, but I've had it myself before, and I've got to be honest, I can't remember what it was that actually caused it. DJI has the flagship store in New York City. Yeah, that's true. I hope this gets resolved. I really do, for everybody's sake, because it's just a bit crazy. Right, they're opening the gates. So my time here has done. I will see you all for the release tomorrow lunchtime, in the UK that is. And until next time, thank you so much, and peace out, everybody.